It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. Always a pleasure, and I mean that, to be here with Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, it's been a tough season for them, on the losing end all too often. Tonight, against a team of a similar caliber, they sense a chance to claim a win. Hey, we'll be seeing D'Angelo Russell here, number 2 pick from the 2015 draft. A lot of fans are hoping that he can take the reins from Kobe Bryant. Kenny, any hope for that?
Taking the reins to do what with them? That's the question, because, you know, Kobe Bryant is an enigma in terms of basketball royalty. It doesn't come around. Every 20 years there's going to be a player like Kobe. And I don't know if this kid is that good, but I like his position, Ernie. I like the way he's steady on the floor, keeps calm, and plays at a great pace.
I don't know where you're from, Ernie, but it never rains in Southern California. That means there can only be one Kobe, period. That said, Russell can be a pretty good guard with his vision and athleticism, but taking the reins, Kobe can't even give him the reins.
Here, take the reins. Whoa, big fella. Whoa. Whoa. There you go. Here's Kevin Harlan.
To Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And, of course, Amir Johnson. This game for him, just his second game with his new team. Still a feeling out period for him right now.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it all hype, or will it be reality? We're about to find out, along with the fans in this stadium and the people watching at home.
And you can feel the excitement in here today, guys. I mean, anytime you add a player of his caliber, it is going to be a huge lift for your team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Allen Crabbe. Jeremy Lin is out there with Russell. Then it's Mozgov, and it's AC in at the 4. And Philadelphia has possession after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Here's Embiid. Mozgov grabs the board. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Magic.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Crabbe. That one doesn't go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here's Russell, following the score by Dario Saric. Pulls up on the elbow, and it's Russell missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And, you know, when you talk to other players on his team, Joel Embiid has one of those infectious personalities. I mean, he's fun-loving, always upbeat and positive, and doesn't mind a good joke or two. He and his team have needed that upbeat outlook at times this year.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Crab, no good. Redick against Russell. And Redick kicks to McConnell. There's the screen to the middle. Here's Saric. A slam by Saric.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Nets trail by 3. And you talk about Embiid's playful nature. There were some rumors that the Sixers weren't overjoyed with his dedication rehabbing from that foot injury.
Yeah, he showed some immaturity in regards to sticking with his diet and also following the doctor's orders for the rehab on his foot. What ended up happening was they sent him to a state-of-the-art sports rehab facility in the Middle East. I think in part for the culture that existed there. It was all high-level athletes working to get back into action.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Outside, Lynn. Here's the screen. Shot to stop the drought. It's hauled in by the 76ers. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it, but one of them has got to win tonight.
They get it back. Crab, good. Crab's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Yeah, early on we're seeing a lot of grit and determination. Grit and grind, we call it, what we're seeing out of him early on.
Now here's Embiid, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Now here's Lynn. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Picked by Mozgov, feeds it to Russell, stolen by Anderson. And it's in there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nets trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Russell against Redick. Mozgov passes to Lynn.
Yeah, look at me.
Picked by Mozgov. Puts up a 3. Knocked loose.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Saric kicks to Embiid and finished off by Anderson.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Well, the Nets made the move to hire Kenny Atkinson to man their bench. He spent the last handful of seasons as an assistant for Mike Budenholzer on Atlanta's Hawks team.
And with the Nets turning to their new GM with Spurs ties, it makes sense that they would get an assistant of Budenholzer, also from the Spurs family tree. Atkinson has a lot going for his pedigree as a coach. Definitely was one of the more sought-after assistants before the Nets snagged him up.
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the 76ers.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Here's Crab. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Well, after the 5 consecutive seasons where the Sixers have won fewer games than the season before, they're finally poised to reverse that trend. A much-needed infusion of young talent, bringing the promise of better days ahead.
And the Sixers, with a bevy of draft picks, the arrival of players who were stashed abroad or were recovering from injury. The new wave of young talent is there to see.
Well, this is the payoff for those 3 lean seasons, guys, and now it'll be a matter of seeing if this long-awaited influx of talent pays dividend.
And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, an office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
After their move to Brooklyn, the Nets went with an all-in approach. Sold their future to try and put a title team together, came up well short. Now they're left to rebuild.
Now the Nets have scrapped that approach, it seems, and it couldn't come at a better time. Learned some lessons from trying to sell their picks and future for a quick playoff run. New management and a new coach have said they are committed to doing things the right way, even if it is slower.
Now here's Lynn. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that time, also a missed shot.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the Sixers had been regarded as one of the most analytical front offices in the league. With the new front office, it'll be interesting to see how their approach changes.
Well, will they keep the same up-tempo style, shooting threes and attacking the rim? This had been an organization willing to challenge convention in a lot of ways. We'll see if, in fact, that continues to be the case with the front office turnover.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, the Nets have a pair of ABA titles to their name, still looking for their first title in the NBA, though. Have come close before, but never closed the deal. Back in the early 2000s, back-to-back chips to the championship round. And, you know, part of the move to Brooklyn for the Nets increased the pressure to win, and all New York teams have immense pressure to be successful due to the market they're in.
And going back to the Nets and their title quest, the 2 ABA titles are nothing to scoff at. Those were incredible teams.
Based on what I've read, they absolutely were. I wish I could go back in time and see those championship runs live. I mean, 74 and 76. Amazing for the Nets franchise, led during those years by Dr. J, who was dominant, unlike any player we had seen to that point, from my understanding. They were the last team to win the ABA title before they merged into the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about his team's game plan coming into the matchup. I addressed the shot blocking and the demoralizing effect that team has, and he said that could be a factor psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is to play unselfishly, draw the help, and kick the ball to the open man. If we execute our offense well, we'll be fine. Kevin?
Terrific, Dave. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you've got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
The confidence from range, I mean, that's what scouts still insist will make Russell a top-level player.
Mozgov with the steal. Crabbe kicks to AC. Stolen by Anderson. Poked loose. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Okafor is checked in for Joel Embiid. Johnson comes in for Saric. Luwawu is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Jared Bayless subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And a change for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Picked by Okafor. Now the feed to Bayless. He dishes it to Okafor. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Bayless the pass to Luwawu. Johnson kicks to Bayless. Johnson with a screen on Mozgov. Okafor gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's AC. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Here's LeVert. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The 76ers leading by 12. Here is Bayless. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Johnson, the pass to Luwawu. From 12 feet out. The Sixers looking to assemble the best sports science and recovery program in the league. A new state-of-the-art practice facility. Guys, they made some big investments.
Yeah, and that's a level of oversight that we haven't seen in the past. Technology driving a lot of it, tracking players' water intake, teaching meditation and better sleep habits, all useful ways to enhance performance. They do try and keep the players invested, letting them choose their post-game regimen, whether massage, stretching, or the ice bath. Perhaps for me, the ice bath is nice, but massages would be my choice.
And he knocks down the first one. Nick Stauskas is checked in for Philadelphia. Then for the Nets, Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Mozgov. Damari Carroll comes in for Quincy Acey. And Goodwin subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. He's perfect from the line this time. With the Nets moving to New York, there is pressure to win. All New York teams have that due to the size of the city.
Yeah, playing in a big city is a double-edged sword. I mean, it can be a blessing and curse. In years past, it would have been in the best interest of the Nets to take things slowly. But being in the Big Apple, there was added pressure to try to win quickly, and that produced some hasty decisions. And you also have to have a certain type of player who has the mindset to be able to handle that constant, high-level, bright light scrutiny that's part of the media in New York.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Okafor making headlines at times last season for the wrong reasons, brawling with some hecklers, traffic violations. Guys, does that concern you if you're trying to build your team around him?
I don't think so. Clearly, it's something you want to be mindful of, but he's still young, still growing into being a professional player. We heard a lot of good things about his character in college. I think what you look at now is, has he learned and will he grow from some of these missteps? You don't want to see a pattern of that type of behavior, and I don't think you will.
And he makes the first.
I'll tell you what, coming straight to the NBA after just 1 year at Duke, Okafor making an immediate impact in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Okafor.
And Jahlil Okafor, kind of a throwback big man. I mean, already a virtuoso on the low block. He's got terrific hands, excellent footwork, moves and counter moves.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Johnson the screen. Bayless dishes to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
The 76ers leading by 14. And post-ups are losing favor in the league lately. Do you think, guys, Okafor's talents fit the way the game is played now?
Well, I clearly think his post-game does have value. I mean, nowadays you just have less room to operate. I think he'll need to find other ways to help his team offensively, offensive boards, stretching the floor, things like that.
And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Brooklyn on defense. They trail by 14.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here's Goodwin. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Pass to LeVert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And so much excitement in Philadelphia around these young 76ers, but the memory's still fresh of when this team set the longest losing streak in the history of major North American sports. 28 consecutive games.
Yeah, a 10-game losing streak to close the 2015 season and an 18-game streak to start last season. Not what you want to be known for. In all, that was 251 days between W's. Don't like making that kind of history, and hopefully the future is so much brighter that they forget about that element of their history.
And you look at when the Nets moved to Brooklyn, they did a big rebrand along with the relocation. Sleek, black and white jerseys. They're definitely the team of a younger crowd in New York.
Yeah, you can certainly see the lines being drawn and the separation there in the Big Apple. I mean, the older crowd remains loyal to the Knicks, but the transplants to the city and the younger fans kind of gravitating towards the Nets. It's an interesting dynamic for somebody looking at it from the outside in.
Here's Luwawu. Last time out he had 13 points. Bayless from long range. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Bayless has got 6 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
There's the call on Trevor Booker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
And so he makes both from the line.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Luwawu, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Down low. Here's Johnson. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's LeVert. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And here is Bayless. He's got 6. Kicks to Okafor. Shot left block and stolen by Booker. Goodwin with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Pass to LeVert. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 15. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes, and early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Jeremy Lin is out there with Archie Goodwin. Then it's Alan Crabb. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's Booker in at the 5 down low.
Move shots.
First free throw is good, and Philadelphia making a change here. Anderson's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Nets trail by 17. Outside, Lin, the pass to Goodwin. He kicks it to Booker. Fires for 3, and Damari Carroll with the 3. Carroll's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Philadelphia leading by 14. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
We know Brook Lopez is a great post scorer, but he can shoot it too. Growing up with big brothers, he said, I had to score somehow, and it was easier to play outside. I was out on the wing a lot in high school running the floor. I had to adapt. Kevin, it's hard to picture him on the wing now, but he's comfortable out there.
Yeah, but he brings that skill level, DA. You can see that. Thank you. No good with the triple. Philadelphia shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. And Redick kicks to Sarge. And that one is off. Nets trail by 16. Embiid with the steal. The dish to Redick. It's stolen by Carroll. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Mozgov comes in for Damari Carroll. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Archie Goodwin. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Russell passes to Crabb. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Crabb's got his second bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's McConnell. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers. And D'Angelo Russell with great size for the point guard position at 6'5". He's not the most explosive athlete, but guys, you think that'll ever hold him back.
I don't necessarily think it will, Kevin, because he's shifty, he's crafty, he's deceptive enough as a lefty. I think he'll be able to be effective offensively. The question mark is more at the defensive end of the floor. Will he be able to stay in front of people and use anticipation and film study to overcome what he might lack athletically? He's a good defensive rebounder for his size, and I think his size will actually help him in all aspects of defense.
And finished off by Anderson.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
And Joel Embiid, a big man with franchise player potential. Talk about what makes him special, guys.
Well, I think it's his size, his athleticism. And what I liked when I watched him at Kansas was how he improved so rapidly. Almost from game to game, you saw major strides in his performance. He can score inside and out. He can block shots. He defends. He runs the floor well. There's a reason he was drafted 3rd overall back in 2014, even with a broken foot.
The Nets making a switch here. AC's checked in. Redick against Russell. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. They get it back. And Embiid with the block. Anderson outside. AC with the rebound. AC's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Anderson. He has 14 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
He's off on the second. To the paint, here's AC. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Saric.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. McConnell kicks to Redick. At the top of the key, Embiid. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Saric misses.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Now here's Len. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. From 10 feet out, and he nails the jumper.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's McConnell. He's got 6. Here's Embiid. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
And did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. And guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And so he hits both. And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 16-point game. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Wow, way off on that one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Mozgov with the block. Crabbe with the ball, working on Anderson. And the shot is good. Crabbe's got 8 points.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's McConnell. 6 points for him. Redick can't get that one to fall. Now Russell passes to Lynn. They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. There's Russell with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Now, here's Saric. Following the missed shot by Timofey Mozgov, Saric passes to McConnell. Anderson up top. He's looking for Embiid and finds him inside. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Okafor is checked in for Embiid. Johnson comes in for Saric. Luwawu is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Jared Bayless subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for the Nets. Now, here is Russell. He's got 6. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now here's Bayless, defended by Lynn. To the paint, knocks it loose. Mozgov with the steal. Russell with a wide open look. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend. And one signing that went a bit under the radar during the free agent period was Jeremy Lin joining up with the Nets. The Nets got the veteran guard they wanted to lead their young core. Lin gets a chance to move out of the 6-man role he had been in the past few seasons, and now he gets to run the ship.
Nick Stauskas is checked in for Anderson. And a switch here for Brooklyn. LeVert's checked in for Russell. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And in the Jeremy Lin deal, GA, he seemed to leave money on the table in order to move to the right team that fit him.
You know, many were surprised that he would leave Charlotte given the success he had there backing up Kemba Walker. Also of note in the move is that Jeremy Lin is back in the city of New York. So Linsanity once again has returned to the Big Apple.
Here's LeVert. 76ers getting the bucket. Mozgov with the bucket.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
The 76ers leading by 15. Here's Luwawu. Picked by Okafor. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Dishes it to Mozgov. Here's Hollis-Jefferson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. LeVert connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
And Bayless kicks to Okafor. Back to Bayless. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Got a piece of it. Well, you talk about a body built for the game of basketball. Hollis Jefferson is 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Wow.
Yeah, that's a 38-inch vertical jump, guys, so the physical tools are there. What I like is the fact that you don't have to rev him up. His motor is always turned on, and he's able to put that athleticism and explosiveness to use at both ends of the floor in a positive way.
And he can't get the first one.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn. Archie Goodwin comes in for Jeremy Lin. And he sinks the second.
Well, when you asked a lot of scouts who they thought was a sleeper in the 2015 draft, a number of them chose Hollis Jefferson, taken with the 23rd pick out of Arizona. I think he's got some upside for the future for sure.
Now here's Johnson. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Hits, count that one from Stauskas. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And, you know, this team looks to Nick Stauskas to nail these mid-range jumpers. I mean, he knows his role on this team very well, and that's to put the ball in the basket.
You talk about how hard he plays, all the intangibles as far as a great teammate. Rondé Hollis Jefferson, not a ton of downside. You know he'll be a solid player.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And if I was mapping out a game plan for him with his athleticism and motor, it would be defend like crazy, which he already does, and develop your corner three-point shot. If you can defend multiple positions and make threes, you're going to find a place on somebody's roster for a long time.
Here's Stauskas. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. He feeds it to Okafor. He dishes it to Bayless. Picked by Okafor. Bayless the pass to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
And I'll tell you what, he's got a really sharp basketball mind. Always keeps the defense wondering if he's going to flare out or cut hard to the basket after the screen.
So it's Brooklyn now, down by 12. There's the pick. Feeds it to Goodwin. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And here's a look now at where the shots have been coming from.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Here's Stauskas, and there's the feed to Bayless. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Bayless has got his third basket of the night. Nets trail by 14. Pass to LeVert. They set the screen. Off the screen. The shot misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Okafor. He's been dominant over the last month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Quincy Ace.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Stauskas kicks to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
LeVert the pass to Goodwin. To the inside, Booker. That shot, no good. Good D by Johnson. Stauskas dishes to Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Certainly this one's threatening to get out of hand, and soon, partner.
Goodwin kicks to Booker. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And there's the pass to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Brooklyn, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. .54 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Bayless. He's guarded closely. And here's Stauskas from the arc. Nets trail by 17. Here's LeVert. 18 points for him. There's a screen. Inside. Here's Booker. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here's Stauskas. Picked by Okafor. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers ahead, leading by 17. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they played well.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia. There's City Hall, an amazing building. Such a great part of this historic American city. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. They've got Saric. He's out there with Embiid. J.J. Redick is out there with Anderson. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. In a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. 4th, Redick.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Here's McConnell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Look at Philadelphia. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And checking out Brooklyn, 3 games behind.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Second free throw, no good. Nets trail by 18. Here's Crabbe. Redick with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Fires from deep. A slam by Sarge.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
Yeah.
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Here's McConnell after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. McConnell passes to Redick. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. To the middle. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Nets trail by 21. Outside, Lynn. Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. Another shot. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Shooting one.
And after knee surgery in the summer of 2015, Mozgov's numbers fell off just a bit last season.
And you can tell that the Cavs weren't happy with his play. His per-minute numbers were actually not that far out of line with his career norms, but for a team gunning for a title, any slippage was cause for concern.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy. The players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David. The 76ers leading by 18. There's a good screen. McConnell kicks to Sarge. And Anderson has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Embiid. Kicks it to Sarge. Puts it up from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Sarge has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Timeout.
Timeout called the Nets.
Start it.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble. And a look now at the last month for the Nets. How did they stack up in the league statistically over that time frame? 6th in steals, 9th in free throw percentage. And as far as block shots go, not a strong suit for this team. Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
Now here's Lynn. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. He kicks it to Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
Like a ninja is Russell, sliding inside for the deuce. Eel-like, slippery, smooth, productive.
And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. In the corner, it's Lynn. Lets it go with a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And here's a look at some stats for Crabbe. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that. Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Nets trail by 20. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Philadelphia leading by 20. McConnell passes to Anderson. And Sarge kicks to Embiid. Fires from 18. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Outside Russell. Passes it to Mozgov. Tries to keep it alive. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Now here's Crabbe. He's got 8, 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Redick. Here's McConnell. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, McConnell's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the 76ers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
For Brooklyn, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And here is Lynn, picked by Mozgov, off the pick. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Russell against Redick. Right side Russell from deep. AC misses. The 76ers leading by 23. Anderson dishes to Saric. Russell against Reddick. He feeds it to Saric. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. The fourth spot held by Dario Saric.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Well, you know, hey, as a rookie, it's always hard to earn the respect of coaches, but he's earned every minute he's gotten this season. Just a terrific offensive threat.
And the first one at the line is good. Booker, he's checked in for the Nets. And so Saric nails them both. Here's Russell. 10 points for him. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Booker outside. To the inside. And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Booker. And 11 points for Timofey Mozgov. Reddick with it. 6 points for him. Embiid the screen. Here's McConnell, defended by Lynn. 5 on the clock. McConnell passes to Saric. Unloads from 13. Good D by Booker. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Crabbe. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Brooklyn, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Damari Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn. Goodwin comes in for Jeremy Lin. Good on both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now here's Bayless. He's got 8. Offensive rebound. Johnson kicks to Stauskas. He tries for 3. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Russell. Now Goodwin dishes it to Booker. Puts it up from 12. And he overshot that one, missing.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
At the line for your 76ers, Nick Stauskas. Taking 2 shots. 2.
First one falls for him.
The former Wolverine Stauskas, a pure shooter with deceptive athleticism and a high ceiling. This guy has a lot of room to continue to grow.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Crabbe, and it's LeVert in for Russell. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Nets shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Carroll. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Bayless's shot is off. The net shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. The 76ers leading by 23. Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got 4 points in the quarter.
In addition to his long-range shooting ability, Nick Stauskas is also very quick on the drive. I mean, his quick first step catches defenders off guard sometimes.
And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. 5th in steals, 7th in assists, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
To the paint. Here's Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
And, you know, passing the ball is exactly what Bayless is out there to do. I mean, especially when a teammate does not have anybody around him. Get it to the open guy. You know, Jared Bayless, like a lot of guys, has been a bit of a journeyman in his NBA career, but I think he's found a nice role that he can thrive in now. He provides good scoring off the bench at either guard spot, which makes him valuable, and he can even start for you in a pinch.
Now here's Okafor. He's got 12. And Bayless kicks to Okafor. He dishes it to Stauskas. Okafor against Booker. Taken away. And with Bayless, I think the key for him is letting him play the role of scorer. He has always been a combo guard, but he's at his best when he's taking shots instead of looking to set up others.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's strong and explosive, which does lend itself to him being an ideal guy to score the ball off the bench for you from the backcourt. I think oftentimes his physicality can wear down defenders.
Now here's Bayless. 8 points for him. Feeds it to Okafor. Out left to the wing. Johnson the screen. Luwawu the pass to Stauskas. Misses off the right iron.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Pass to LeVert. Shot to end this cold run, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Stauskas. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Shoots from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 6 points for Johnson.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Luwawu. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now here's Bayless. Shoots from the right block. And it falls over the rim and in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Booker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. There's the feed to Carroll. And again, it's the Nets missing.
they've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And here is Bayless. He's got 8. Pass to Okafor. Back to Bayless. Shoots the 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. 76ers ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Bayless. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Jamari Carroll is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's McDaniels in at the 2 guard. Holmes kicks to Bayless. The pass to Johnson. Covington in the corner. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
Booker, stolen by Bayless. Here's Luwawu. Second chance shot. Holmes, good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Carroll dishes to Booker.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First one falls for him.
Boy, they're making it look easy here. I mean, they're just automatic from the line.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Sarge is checked in for Johnson. Redick comes in, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Jared Bayless. And a change for the Nets. Mozgov's checked in. No good on the second free throw. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. McConnell kicks to Sarge. The dish to Covington. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Sarge passes to Holmes. Redick with a screen on Booker. McConnell in the corner. Pass to Holmes. A second chance effort, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Mozgov. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Well, you know, against a player of his caliber, sometimes those layups are going to come no matter what the defense throws at.
Here's Dinwiddie. Booker with no one around. Mozgov kicks to McDaniels. Back to Mozgov. McDaniels dishes to Dinwiddie. For the three. Offensive rebound, nets. Mozgov with the bucket.
And really an alert play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
Yeah, and we don't have to hit the rewind button too fast or too far to see him doing what he's been doing. I mean, back-to-back outstanding efforts for him.
Here's McDaniels, and that's an air ball. Not even close. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 17 points for Dario Saric.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. McConnell passes to Holmes. Kicks to Covington. The three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Philadelphia able to drain the three. And it's Kilpatrick missing.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Holmes. Off the left rim and out. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Booker, and the layup's good off the glass.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Holmes. 9 feet out. No good on the shot. The Nets go the other way with it. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Got a piece of it. Here's McDaniels. Here's Mozgov. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And Brooklyn making a change here. AC's checked in. That's good for Mozgov.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's McConnell. He kicks to Redick. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Nice work there coming off the screen.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Here's McConnell. He feeds it to Redick. Fires top of the key. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Here's McDaniels. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Inside, Mozgov. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Mozgov's got 12 points here in the second half. The 76ers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Covington kicks to Holmes. Outside, Redick from outside the arc. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now.
Check out the game for Mozgov. He's got 13 rebounds and 2 blocks.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because He's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Here's Covington. Here's Holmes. And he converts the layup. Holmes got 6 here in this quarter.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Dinwiddie dishes to Mozgov. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Covington passes to McConnell. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
McDaniels kicks to Dinwiddie. Five on the clock. Here's McDaniels. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Saric misses. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Dinwiddie. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That free throw, no good. Okafor is checked in for Sarge. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Goodwin comes in for McDaniels. And he sinks the second. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
76ers moving the ball around. Covington kicks to Okafor. There's the 3. Covington's shot is off. Burnett shooting 40% in the fourth. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Ace. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. They set the pick. Feeds it to Goodwin off the screen. And it's McConnell with the rebound. The 76ers shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. And the shot goes in. And that's now 10 points for J.J. Redick.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Dinwiddie dishes to Goodwin. Mozgov a screen on Redick. Goodwin kicks to Mozgov. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Okafor. Philadelphia has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And for the Nets, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Hollis-Jefferson passes to Mozgov. The shot's good. Mozgov's got 10 points in the quarter.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis-Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Here's Covington. The feed to Okafor. Redick with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Okafor slams it in.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
There's the screen. Dinwiddie dishes to Mozgov. The pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to Mozgov. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Mozgov's got 17 points here in the second half. McConnell kicks to Okafor. Down low. Goodwin with a steal. And stolen by Reddick. Back to Okafor. Goodwin with a steal.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson.
Boy, he's like mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
Jared Bayless is checked in for the 76ers. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. That one misses.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Holmes. There's the dish to Okafor. Here's Covington. Pass to Bayless. Mozgov with the block. Here's Goodwin. Reddick with the rebound. Reddick's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Out of hand on it, out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. The Nets making a switch here. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now here's Bayless. Here's Reddick. Mozgov grabs the board. 19 seconds left in the game.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Now Bayless. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jahlil Okafor.
His accuracy, wow. I was blown away by how consistent he was throughout this game. There's a part of you that thinks like, okay, another one and another one. It's going to be another one that goes in, and then you realize, you know what, it's just his night.
Oh boy, he had the arena rocking the night with the show he put on. That's one of the best performers I've seen from him. Something just clicked. I don't know what it was. It just all came together.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.